Penn America has recorded 7,000 instances of banned books in 2024-2025. Classic books, including this one, To Kill a Mockingbird. And it is the librarians who are increasingly finding themselves on the front lines against censorship. I met up with one of those fearless librarians across the river in Hoboken, New Jersey. At first glance, the Hoboken Main Library looks like any neighborhood library, a place to browse and find your next favorite book. But check it out. This library is also a book sanctuary.
Very simply, we believe that every story should have a place in a library. We believe that every reader should have the ability to choose what they want to read.
City leaders in Hoboken are responding to the rise in book bans across New Jersey and nationally, becoming the state's first ever book sanctuary city.
It was a bold move that put the library and its director, Jennie Pu, in the media spotlight.
Nearly 50% of the titles that are being challenged are about LGBTQIA stories and voices. So we would love to see book sanctuaries all over the country, not just in New Jersey and Chicago and Florida, but everywhere, so that these voices, their stories, are told.
I met Pu on her home turf at the city's main library on Park Avenue. Pu came on board as director back in 2021, just as the 130-year-old historic building began a multi-million-dollar renovation.
I came at a period of a lot of change and real excitement, and that's what drew me to this, because I knew it was a beloved library just on the cusp of really expanding further than what they could even imagined.
What Pu did not imagine was that she would find herself in the middle of a culture war. Book bans were and are on the rise at libraries and schools across the country. In June 2023, the library faced criticism and online attacks from conservative groups when they hosted a banned book readathon that included LGBTQ+ themed books, along with a drag queen story hour.
Drag queens read to children this morning at a public library in Hoboken, despite calls to ban the controversial reading.
But Pu did not shrink back from the backlash. Instead, she led the Hoboken Library to become the first in New Jersey to declare itself a book sanctuary. The city followed suit, and now close to 40 New Jersey towns are book sanctuary cities.
I just think this is a universal value, and it's so fundamentally American. Like, this is who we are, right? You should be able to have the freedom to choose what you want to read and how you think. We provide access to that.
Pu also helped to pass New Jersey's Freedom to Read Act, cementing protection for intellectual freedom and to support library staff when books are targeted for removal. Her tireless advocacy led her to be named Librarian of the Year in 2024 by the New Jersey Library Association. Did you expect to even be that kind of activist as a librarian?
No, and I would say most of us didn't. We didn't go to library school to kind of be the poster face of this. But we've risen to this, and what I think is so great about this movement is because it actually speaks on the majority. I call it the silent majority. You have a loud minority of people who want to tell you how to read, tell you how to think, tell you what to read, whereas most people don't believe in that. And so that's the stance we've taken, is we're kind of, just uplifting the silent majority.
Pu, who grew up in Washington State, did not set out to be a librarian. She majored in Asian American Studies at the University of Washington and worked at Wing Luke, an Asian American museum, then in tech. But later in life, she decided to make a change. She went back to school and got her master in library science at Queens College. Like many immigrant children, the library was her happy place.
When I was a kid, my mom would take us to the public library to check out books. And my parents are first-generation Americans, and my mother couldn't get enough of this. So I grew up, really, my love of reading came from going to the public library, getting recommendations from our librarians there and what I might be interested in reading. And so it's great to come full circle. Here I am directing a public library. Hi, friends.
And she loves being a librarian. She wants to make her library more than just a building to borrow books. At Hoboken, they offer classes like Tai Chi and Mahjong. You could find hygiene and winter care kits, no questions asked. You can go to the Library of Things and borrow things like sports equipment and household items. And yes, that's a unicorn cake pan. They have book lockers for people who can't make it to the library on time. And they recently opened a makerspace where patrons can create and print everything from posters to 3D sculptures. The space pays homage to the library's original dual mission, serving as a training school for adults and a traditional lending library.
If you haven't gone to a public library recently, go stop by and thank your librarian.
And we just want to say thank you, Jennie Pu. For Asian American Life, I'm Ernabelle DeMillo.